What's going on, guys and gals? My name is William Clark, and welcome to the Brony podcast. This is the second one, and you know how this will work. In case you don't, I'll tell you. The Brony podcast is pretty much I talk about random fucking shit. Things that I already do, but, you know, in a fucking podcast-like format, where it's just me talking, no actual video here. I mean, it technically is video because you got a picture in the background of just, whatever, just weird shit, and just me talking over it, which is the audio. So there's that. Now, in the last part, I talked about ponies and bronies and a lot of weird shit. But this time I'm going to be talking about some stuff. The first thing I want to talk about is dumpster diving. Okay, so it's become popular, I think, last year or 2 years ago, it really became popular. Basically, what you do, you go somewhere like, let's say, GameStop, Walmart, Target, whatever. You go there, you go behind, where the dumpsters are. Either you get in, which is the actual dive, or, you just pick through it and you find stuff sometimes. Now, it's, I guess, become somewhat of an issue. Some of these places will post no trespassing on that area, because of dumpster diving. Now, that's not what I want to talk about. I think it's kind of bullshit. I mean, because these people, they throw out stuff. This is what I'm going to talk about, is the whole them throwing shit out kind of thing. Now, yes, you go to a Mexican restaurant, you go to McDonald's, Wendy's, anywhere that has food, right? You don't want to go there because, well, it's food. It's probably either already been eaten or whatever. But the places like GameStop, Target, Walmart, you name it, the problem is they throw away functional items. And that's the key word. Functional. And, it's not just Walmart that does it. It's not just Target. It's not just GameStop. Literally almost everywhere does it. Thrift stores, resale stores, there's a yard sale coming up here in Racine by Rayco, and they do it too. All the fucking time. Not just during yard sale season, but every fucking time. It's like every day, or every week, there's always something different in the dumpster that I can easily go get. Like the Xbox 360. And my question is, if it's functional, why the fuck do you get rid of it and make it non-functional by having it in a fucking scrap heap? That makes no sense whatsoever. And here's the thing. It's not like they don't have other options. They do. They have plenty of other options. They could either A, donate it to either charity or donate it to a retro video game store or donate it elsewhere, right? They can donate it to a children's hospital or whatever. They can some person, that works there can take it out of their paycheck, right? They can take it out of their paycheck and be like, yeah, I'll bring it home with me. I'll take it, or they could send it back to the warehouse and try again later. Some other things I've noticed, it's not just electronics and chairs and other stuff, but food. Now, we used to go to all the time to the dollar store over in Mason, West Virginia. I don't know if you know where that's at, but I guess now you do because I just fucking said the place. But the first time we went there, we had a whole fucking Jeep filled to the brim with stuff. We could have brought more stuff home if we strategically placed it and stuff and made more room. But yeah, we were filled to the brim with stuff in our Jeep, and it was completely filled. You couldn't see anything aside from like food and food and food. And the problem was, it was somewhat expired. Like, it was the Best Buy date, though. It wasn't the actual expiration date. So things like Swiss rolls, uh, yeah, which are basically Swiss rolls, you know. And you have buddy bars, which are basically nutty buddies or nutty bars or whatever the fuck they're called, and other stuff. Those things don't really have an expiration date, so yeah, I mean that's the thing. They threw out almost I think their entire inventory, and that makes no fucking sense because why not donate that stuff to a food pantry or stuff like or shit like that? And again, you have options, and it's a fucking dollar store, right? Dollar Tree, Dollar or a Family Dollar, stuff like that. You know, you can just I don't know how much you get paid there, right? I don't know. But some of that stuff you can take out of your paycheck. It's a fucking dollar. A fucking dollar. Really? You're telling me you won't bother wasting a dollar on a thing of Swiss rolls? You're telling me you won't waste a dollar on a bag of fucking M&Ms or something? Or, you know, a bag of Takis, which I love those things, by the way. Very, very great and very well, you know, made. Really great food. You're telling me that you're wasting, you wouldn't waste a dollar on stuff like that and save it from being land fodder, pretty much, you know, landfill shit. That's ridiculous. And the same thing with like the sports games. Like I sometimes go, I hear stories about people going to GameStop, dumpster diving and coming home with a lot of sports games, which are pretty much almost like a dollar, or maybe less than a dollar. So you're telling me you can't exactly waste less than a dollar on a video game that you're going to throw out and that you're going to let somebody else basically pick up for free. Makes a whole lot of sense. Oh wait, no, it fucking doesn't. I don't get it. I really do not understand what their mentality is and why people are throwing stuff away that's functional or that can be used. I mean, there is a disc lamp that I have in my room. A lot of the stuff that I have in my room, I found dumpster diving, video games, clothes, a desk lamp, posters. You know, I have a lot of stuff that I ended up finding because these people threw it away, and these are all in different places too. You know, different areas throughout you know last year and this year where I went dumpster diving to all these places. A couple of them actually, but you know you get the idea. And the whole problem is the fact that they don't give a shit. Go to places like Goodwill. Go through their trash if they don't have a padlock or a no trespassing sign. If it's open, you know it's fair game pretty much. That's the thing. It's fair game. You go in, anything you bring home, that's you. You know that's your shit now, because these people were way too lazy to go through it. I mean, we went to Goodwill in Middleport, Ohio once. I don't know if you know where that's at, but it's part of Meigs County, which is a fucking shithole. Never come to Meigs County. All I gotta say. But you know, I'm getting off topic here. We went to fucking Goodwill over there. We watched people donate stuff, right? They threw it in the dumpster. They didn't even check what was inside. Yeah, it might have been a lot of clothes, looked like. But you don't know. It could have been something I wanted. It could have been... I mean, some people, they just put whatever they want in the bags. They can put video games at the bottom. They can put, like, you know, jewelry or any sort of electronics or anything. You know, like accessories like watches, which are, again, jewelry. But you can still put stuff in there and have clothes everywhere, you know, and you just throw it out without looking inside to see if there's anything that you want to sell at Goodwill or stuff that, you know, can be used. Instead, you'd rather waste all your fucking... Yeah, you'd rather waste everything, pretty much. Someone took the time to make all those clothes. You know, all the clothes that you see thrown out, you know, while you're going either dumpster diving or just in general that people throw out in their trash. Someone took the time and effort into making those clothes, right? and then someone bought them and wore them. So, and they either have a lot of meaning to them, but they can't keep it because it doesn't fit them anymore, or they need to make room for other stuff. And you're basically throwing away people's memories and you know, stuff. Their time, pretty much. And it's bullshit. It's stupid. Again. Now I understand, you know, some of these places like Goodwill, they can't accept certain items and stuff, you know, without a proper license to sell certain items. But just say, oh, we can't accept these. Or even if you do accept them, but can't really accept them, just donate them to another Goodwill, or to another thrift store, or somewhere that'll actually take them, and can actually sell them. Because, I mean, there's no excuse that should be wasting everything, pretty much. I mean, when I went to, one time, either a year or two ago, I went after the yard sale at the Rayco Racine yard sale over at the park where I found my 360 like a week or two ago. And I went to the dumpster because I knew that they were going to throw a lot of stuff out, right? A lot of things that still had use, a lot of things that still, you know, did whatever. I saw a fucking TV still in the box. The remote was still in the packaging. The batteries were never used. The TV was never turned on once. And that's the TV I'm using right now to basically check things out and make sure the audio is going well on, you know, the iCamera stuff on the PS3. You know, so I have a use for a TV. But these people, they threw it out without taking a second glance. They're like, oh, it's a fucking TV, let's throw it out. And the same thing with video games. You know, when I went and I made a video and stuff talking about this, but I'm going to talk about it again. You know, a week or two ago, I went to go to the park, you know, because it was yard sale season. And, you know, it's a community park, so, you know, yard sales, they often have that stuff where people throw stuff away and that they don't want, really. Which that's also kind of bullshit, because you'd rather waste your time throwing it away instead of looking for someone that would buy it. Like, people may not buy it at a yard sale that time, but maybe they'll buy it next time you have a yard sale. Or maybe you can donate it to Goodwill or donate it somewhere else. Fucking sell it on Amazon or eBay. Alright? Sell it online. There's all the time Facebook groups and Facebook marketplaces where you can buy and sell shit, you know, from people around your area. So, you know, houses even. I've seen people sell their house from Facebook pretty much, their cars, their video game systems, their jewelry, you name it, it's on Facebook. So you can basically sell your shit on Facebook. There is literally no reason that you should be destroying things by, you know, throwing it away. And someone tells me this was a donation. Some person, I think the guy's name was Zach, I'm not sure based on what I saw on the Xbox, ended up donating his shit, you know, donating his games and the system, and threw it out. But, I mean, the racing people were like, oh, okay, yeah, we'll have this at our next yard sale. The guy leaves, and I'm pretty sure this is what happens, you know. I'm pretty sure the guy leaves, and then they're immediately just throw it away. That's what I think happens. Behind the scenes. They don't want to basically throw it away when people are watching, obviously. But I know what goes down. I know the shit that happens. And so I go, you know, I went to the park to do my usual shit. And so I saw a video game box. I'm like, oh, okay. May not be a game or anything, but I'm taking it because it's a case. So I went in the dumpster, right? I went in, got the game. I noticed there was 2 other game discs. 2 game discs out of the box. Call of Duty Black Ops 2 and Gears of War 2. And I'm like, oh, Xbox games. And so I dug a little bit further. Oh shit, an Xbox 360. Oh, holy fuck. And there were also controllers for the Wii, you know, Wii remotes. There was a classic controller from the Wii. And there's other stuff. And I'm like, oh shit, someone threw out their game collection pretty much. You know, so either that or someone donated their video game collection, and you know, the Racine people threw it away. Meanwhile, I'm having a field day, just going through the trash and being like, "Ooh yeah, video game, video game, video game, yeah!" I swear that day was a fucking gamer's paradise, and that's actually what I called my video on what I found. I called that a gamer's paradise because that's what it is. If you're a hardcore gamer like me, it's a fucking paradise finding a game system and a couple games to play, and to test out, make sure they still work. And all of them work. The system works fine. The games work fine. And all the other games that I've had pretty much work fine. But the problem is that these people, these old fucking people that run these yard sales like Reiko, they don't know a damn thing about video games. And this is where the problem fucking stems from. These are old people in their 60s or 70s, maybe even 50s, that don't know a damn thing about video games. And even if they had something like the Atari 2600, they probably don't know shit about that either. And so they take a look at a video game or a video game system, and I'm going to do my best old person impression here. What's this video game bullshit? Back in my day, we never had video games. What's this Game Boy? And it's actually a PS4. It's a fucking PS4. Oh, it's a Game Boy. It's a Game Boy. Yeah, you kids and your Game Boys. You know what? Fuck this. I'm gonna throw it in a dumpster where nobody can play it. And then they fucking do that. And I'm like, okay, I'm going crazy here because they call every game system in the whole fucking planet a Game Boy. That's the first thing kind of pisses me off. They call everything a Game Boy. But, another thing is that you think that people don't want it? I fucking want it. I mean, if I saw an Xbox 360 at the yard sale, and if I had the money to buy it, you bet your fucking ass I'd buy it. It would be cheaper buying it, I think, at a yard sale than buying it elsewhere. Because that's what happens here. You go to yard sales and garage sales, and people will sell you game consoles and game systems, assuming they have it, cheaper because they just want to get rid of it. They don't care how much really you pay for it. And you could be paying $1 for the rarest video game alive or some shit, the rarest video game ever. And because they want to get rid of it. But the problem is, again, these are old people, they don't know a damn thing about video games, and so they automatically assume that nobody wants it. And if they're donating it, they also think that nobody wants it because they don't want it anymore. Well, that's the problem here. I mean, I am a video game collector, and I find that offensive because, I mean, you assume that everybody, that there's somebody that doesn't want this, that basically nobody wants this system? Really? You clearly have not asked me. I would fucking, I'd buy it, But instead you throw it away in the dumpster, and then I have to go be the person that goes into the dumpster, takes out the games and the console, and bring that shit home with me, only to find out the console works, the games work, and I'm left questioning everything, pretty much. I'm left to question everybody's sanity, everybody's logic, because there is no logic behind why people throw video games away. There's no good ones, at least. Well, like I said, you can donate it elsewhere. If you can't accept video game consoles or handhelds or video games or anything like that, or just anything in general, not just video games, but in general, you can just say, oh, we're not currently accepting these things, and just have them donate elsewhere. Or you can accept them, but you yourself can donate them elsewhere. Or, in the case of like GameStop or Walmart or Target or anywhere really that sells things like clothes or video games or porn even. I don't even care. Just be like, oh, I'll take that out of my paycheck and I'll bring it home with me or whatever. If I had a job that requires, knowledge of video games or whatever, and, someone was gonna throw out a bunch of video games, I'm gonna be like, well, hey, I would like to take some money out of my paycheck to bring these games home. Because I want to save as much video games as I can. Or maybe I could be like, oh, okay, yeah, throw them away. And then just like call one of my friends and be like, oh, hey, GameStop just threw out a bunch of video games. I threw out a bunch of video games. Come and get them. Okay, if you want them. There you go. I threw out Skyrim. I threw out Pokemon. I threw out Beyblade, Naruto. I threw out some pornographic video games that might be fun in the bedroom. I threw those out. So I did this so you can get them. I don't want to see these games get destroyed. So just go, get them. And then just like hang up on them. And just leave them questioning, what the fuck? But the thing is, I don't want video games going to waste, and so I'm sick and tired of going to places like, I love going dumpster diving, don't get me wrong. It's fucking amazing, finding things like game systems and stuff. But it pisses me off that I go dumpster diving and I see these things that could easily be fucking sold elsewhere. I mean, shit. These Reiko Racine people, throw away these video game systems. There, 2 towns over, there's a retro video game shop. Donate the game system there. Or at least sell the game system to them and make a little bit of money while you're at it. You may not get a lot, but shit, you'd probably be making, the money, like, let's say you wanted $10 for the 360. You'd probably be getting that much, maybe, depending on where you go. You could be like, oh yeah, I want $10 for this game system, I'm gonna just get rid of it anyway, and maybe you can get some money from it. If you want money, there's other ways to go about doing it aside from just fucking throwing it away. Because that shit is just not acceptable for me. I'm tired of all this stuff. And I think that's why there's a place called the Mustard Seed resale shop or resale store, whatever the fuck you want to call it. They went out of business, I think. And it's I think it's a small shop, but they ran on donations, and I think they were a part of Reiko. I'm not sure, but they always threw stuff out in the dumpster, and it wasn't really a dumpster, but it was like a trash bin, really. It's like a barrel of sorts, and they threw out a lot. I had some things I found from that place, and I'm like, what the fuck? There are some DVDs that I have. One time from the same yard sale where I found the TV, this TV. The same day, well, not the same day, but like 2 days ago, from that same yard sale weekend. First day, someone threw out 3 Game Boy Advance games that were actually at the place, at the yard sale. I guess either someone, A, bought the games and threw them away anyway, or they themselves, which is B, brought the video games there and just threw them away. Which, that doesn't seem like any fucking sense, because there's a dumpster right where you're working for that weekend, pretty much. And so you could just throw them in there, just whatever. And then the next day, 3 more Game Boy Advance games. So I ended up getting 6 Game Boy Advance games within 2 days for free because someone threw them away. And I'm like, what the fuck? What is wrong with you? I mean, this is my question for everybody, that if you run a GameStop or a Walmart or a Target or anything, my question is why? Why do you throw these things away when they're functional as fuck? Like I said, the Xbox 360 works. The games work. There's very little scratches on them, and if there are, they're so minor that you don't notice anything, and it doesn't affect the game or the system. It's good. The games work fine, and other things that I've had, clothes. I mean, actually, seeing as how I'm gender fluid and stuff, that's another thing you should know about me. I'm gender fluid, meaning I'm on some days a male, some days I'm a female. I act feminine and girly and stuff. But there were some times, like, I found, like, 2 or 3 dresses and stuff. So 2 or 3 dresses that I just brought home and I wear sometimes. Because someone's gotta make use of them. And seeing as how I'm gender fluid, and gender fluent, fluent or fluid, I don't, either way, I wear them on occasion. So, I have use for these things. My room, and also, for some of the, colder days during the fall and winter, I bring home a lot of clothes to barricade my door and stuff. So the cat can't get in, so I don't want the cat being in my room. But also, because there's cracks, like, you can see a little bit of light from the door, at the bottom of the door, and that lets in some cold air. And I want to have as less cold air as possible. So I use some of the clothes I find to barricade my door and to make sure that there's not a lot of heat coming in, or not a lot of cold air coming in, and all that good shit. The box fan that I have in my room, I found dumpster diving. The microwave, I actually ended up finding because our neighbors threw it away, but it's the same idea. Dumpster diving, trash picking is the exact same thing, except you're digging through someone else's trash and not a dumpster. But you get the idea. Most of the stuff that I have in my room is stuff that I found dumpster diving or trash picking, and it makes no sense why people just throw them away without bothering. The first Xbox 360 that I have that the neighbors threw away, it still works. It has Halo 4, GTA 5, Minecraft Xbox 360 edition, and Minecraft Story Mode. And it's one of the older models, so I can't really have Wi-Fi access all that much without some sort of add-on. But you get the idea, it works. The system works fine. So there's no real reason to throw it away. I mean, if you're reading the new one, you could just donate it to me. I think some of these people know I'm a gamer. And they're like, oh yeah, we could give it to him, but fuck him. We're not going to give him any video games. And that is what leads me to go insane. But I just don't really understand why they do it when there's other alternate options that these people can do. A lot of alternate options that could actually have less pollution and also make people happier, right? Fuck it. I'm kind of done talking about dumpster diving for a little bit because it gets me kind of worked up because, again, you're wasting a lot of time, energy, money, and whatever, and all that good shit, and potential happiness for some people. Like, I found the 360, I almost fucking shit my pants. Like, I was so excited. I was like, yeah, 360, woo! And I quickly realized I threw it away. And I got kind of pissed. I'm like, why did I throw it away? Makes no sense. But anyways, so enough talking about that. Let's talk about something else before I go insane. Now, let's talk about video games. I know I talked a little bit about video games and how I play pretty much everything. But this topic of video games, it's... why are some of these games considered bad? Like, why are games considered bad and good? Like, yes, I fucking obviously understand why Skyrim, Mario, Pokemon, Zelda, Star Fox, etc., all these games are considered fucking beauties. Goddamn beauties. And awesome games. But what I don't understand is why so many people hate certain games. Like, think about it. One of the games everyone talks about is E.T. on the Atari. And does it really deserve all the hate that it gets? I don't really think so. And the cat's meowing. Hold on. Yes, that was fucking random as shit. Me saying, oh yeah, the cat's meowing. But I know. But the thing is, video games shouldn't really be considered bad by everybody in the whole fucking planet. I get it. It's opinion based. You know, not everybody's going to play E.T. and think of it as the best game ever. Nor does anybody really want to think of it as the worst game ever. But how many of this is just people saying that and then, you know, legitimately not liking the game, and then more people jump in and jump on the fucking bandwagon, and they're like, oh yeah, this game sucks, but deep down they actually like the game. I mean, how many people are like that? I mean, I know in some, I mean, I'm not afraid to admit that E.T. is a decent game. It's not the best game, but it doesn't deserve all the hate that it got. And because the game was made in just such a short time, and the fact it was functional, when some video games nowadays can somewhat not be called functional. Ugh. Yeah. Sonic 06. But actually, that's another thing. Why does everybody really hate Sonic 06? I know it's not like a Sonic game that is good by, you know, Sonic and the Black Knight and Sonic Hero standards, but it's not a bad game. Not at all. And I'm just wondering why the fuck everybody really thinks it was a bad game. Is it really that bad? I don't think so. I mean, I would actually buy it for my 360 and play it to death. Yeah, there's game-breaking glitches and stuff, but I just don't really care about that. I'll play the game. Fight me! Meh! Yeah, video games are not that bad. Who's next? Oh yeah. Some video games, they don't deserve the hate that they get. And yeah, some of the games are borderline unplayable. Super Mario 64. Yeah. Super Mario 64 comes to mind. But some of the games, they shouldn't be hated on like that. It's not fair, you know, I get it. A lot of people have opinions, but how many of these people are not really... Like, how many people are actually not hating on the game willingly, but they feel like they have to because it's the internet? Yeah. Ever since the internet, everyone you can't really say anything on the internet without pissing off someone else. Oh yeah, Fluttershy is the best pony. Oh no! Let me tell you why you're wrong, bitch. Oh yeah? Tell me why I'm wrong. Tell me why Fluttershy is not the best fluff ball in the history of fluff balls. I will fluff ball you if you don't shut the fuck up and accept that Twilight Sparkle is the best pony. Oh yeah? Oh yeah? And that's what fucking... all hell breaks loose on Twitter, Facebook, whatever. You know, and I've seen my fair share of hell breaking loose because someone fucking stated an opinion that nobody really agrees with. Oh yeah, The Walking Dead, Survival Instinct is not that bad of a game. And next thing you know, I got people fucking sending death threats to me, telling me I'm gonna fucking kill you because this game is a piece of shit, and anybody who likes this game is a piece of shit. And I'm like, what? You're high? Stop being high? Stop doing drugs! This is what happens when you do drugs, kids. You fucking go crazy on the fucking internet, and you start fucking everything in the whole fucking world. How many more times can I fucking say fuck? Fuck, fuckity, fuck, fuckers. Fuck ton of fuck shit. There we go. I'm done fucking for a little bit. A little bit. But I'll be back with some more fuck. But, yeah, the thing is, like, video games should not be getting, you know, so crazy over opinions. Like, people shouldn't be getting crazy and fucking insane just because, you know, someone has an opinion that's different from theirs. Again, I've actually come across that when I say Fluttershy is the best pony, and I say, in my opinion, IMO. and then someone on the internet decides to fucking try to challenge me to a game of Mortal Kombat. In reality, they're just they're fucking pussies. And let me be the first to say it. Probably not the first, but the millionth person to say it. I think I've heard it somewhere before. That people on the internet that want to fight you are pussies. Yeah, that's right. I'm calling you fuckers out. I'm calling it like it is. I've already called out Reiko Racine for the bullshit in this video and this podcast. Why not the internet people? I call it like I see it. When I see bullshit, I call it. But, you shouldn't be getting so fucked up and so worked up and so fucking worked up over everything. It's like this world doesn't revolve around you. Just because you say something like, oh, I'm gonna fuck you up if you don't agree with me on this video game or this pony or whatever, that you're not a real person. You're a piece of shit. Because, we're all allowed to have our own opinions. And that's part of why I think video games like E.T. and Superman 64 get all this negative reputation. Is because some people, they don't want to hate, but they have to because maybe there's a psycho on the internet that might kill them if they disagree and actually call the game good. Well, fuck it. I'm here, bitches. You want to kill me? Go ahead. E.T. is not the worst game ever. Come on. Where's the blood? Where's my blood? Where's your blood? Where's everyone's blood? Up your ass. But yeah, yeah. I'm fucking insane. I know. But the thing is, I'm going to be drinking some water because, goddamn. Okay. So, another problem I do have with video games and people is the communities. Yes, everywhere I was lucky enough, the 2-day gold membership that I got, that I activated for free because one of the games that someone gave me ended up having a code that has not been redeemed yet, and now it has because whatever. But yeah, throughout the 2 days, I'm actually excited that I met a couple people that are not assholes on Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Multiplayer, to be exact. Now, I know people flock to PS3 when we're talking Black Ops 2. Even the original Black Ops, people flock to the PS3 because A, PSN is free on there, and you can play with your friends online for free. So that's one thing, right? Makes it easier to, play Call of Duty and other games that way. But another thing I think, I don't know, is that I think maybe Black Ops 2 is more modded. Yeah, the ones that are still around on Black Ops 2 on the Xbox, I think mod the fuck out of it. I was in a server once. I was in a 4-player match. Me and 3 other people were playing zombies. We were playing town, and this person, one of either the host or whatever, pretty much had the game, going for it. Gave us all 1,000,000 points. All 4 of us got 1,000,000 points. We all got the Ray Gun Mark II, and stuff like that. I got the ray gun from the box, yes, but I got the ray gun Mark II because this guy is a modder and a hacker, and I think that's the problem. Is that a lot of people nowadays are oversensitized by and sensitive as well about it. I know some people that they just want to play some Black Ops 2 with people and not be in a modded lobby. Well, I don't mind that. I don't mind the fact that there's modders. Shit, I want to be a modder. I want to mod Black Ops, and Black Ops 2, and Black Ops 3. And, all the PS3, and not PS4, the PS3 and Xbox 360 games that I have played. Because there are people that can mod Minecraft. There are people that can mod Modern Warfare. Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare is the most modded game, I think, on Xbox. Because it's a dead game pretty much, and the people that are on multiplayer are all modding. My friend DJ, that fucking asshole. I mean, he can mod Modern Warfare. You know, the original Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare back in the day. He can mod Black Ops 2. I was on the PS3. I was in a game with him. You know, because I wanted to play zombies at the time. We were on Origins, and he gave me unlimited weapons. I think he gave me God mode. Started at like the highest round. I think all the points you could possibly achieve, and if you got something from the box, you didn't waste any points. 950 points would not be deducted. You know, just infinite points pretty much. And I know some people that can pretty much get me to level 55 or whatever on Black Ops 2, both on Xbox and PlayStation. Mostly PlayStation though, because like I said, Black Ops 2 is somewhat becoming a dead game. I don't really see a lot of people on multiplayer either. But yeah. So anyways, what was I talking about before I got all crazy over Black Ops? Talking about bad video games? I don't know. You know what? Fuck it. The whole point is video games aren't, you know, even the games that are like, you know, like E.T. aren't really that bad of a game. I think a lot of people are just, oversensitive and over, you know, just whatever. They are easily pissed off. And I'm like, deal with it. You know, it's the internet. We can have opinions. We don't have to please you. You know? And speaking of internet, that brings me to my next and possibly final topic of this podcast. The internet. We have come a long ass way since dial-up. Oh, fuck. I remember dial-up. I was born in 2000. What the fuck can I say? I grew up with dial-up, okay? I grew up with the shittiest internet known to man. And I was okay with it. Because I had the GameCube, I had the PS2. I was not much of a PC person at the time. I was not really much of a hardcore gamer like I am now. I mean, yeah, I was hardcore back in the day, right? Because I had the PS2 and the GameCube, Game Boy Advance, and stuff like that. But I didn't bother with the PC. And when there was if I ever did go on the internet, I didn't mind the fact that it took years to do something, to go on one webpage. Ah, the joys of dial-up. Now, the best part about dial-up was connecting to it. That beautiful, so sexy, god damn it. It makes my dick hard sometimes just thinking about it. You know? That sound effect when it's connecting to the internet from dial-up. And if you have AOL, it'll say something like, you got mail. Ah, just fucking destroyed my brain. But yeah. And goddamn, it's so beautiful. It's just the most beautiful thing I've ever heard. Aside from Fluttershy squeeing. Because the flutter squee is something that cannot be out beautifuled. Yeah. But you know, internet now, yeah, it's faster, stronger, it's more badass. Except, it's not. Because we have an internet provider called Frontier. Now, I've fucking bitched about these assholes, before. I fucking hate these people. You might be wondering, why don't you switch? Why don't you go with Suddenlink? Or Spectrum? Or whatever the fuck's in your area? Because we live in the middle of fucking nowhere, Ohio. Where there's nothing. There's hardly any good internet providers. Hardly. Right? And okay, so the problem with Frontier, where the fuck do I begin? You know, they lie to you. They said at one point we were going to get faster internet speeds, you know, upload and download for the same price we were already paying. we didn't notice a damn difference. My porn still was at 3.2 kilobytes per second. Yeah, 3.2 kilobytes per second to download porn. God fucking damn it. That's hard. It sucks when, you try to download porn, it takes eons because the internet is so stupid. But also, when I'm uploading YouTube videos, I didn't notice a damn difference from the previous internet speed. We were supposed to get more internet speed, faster internet, but we didn't get it. Period. Because they lied to us in saying that we were going to get it, but we didn't. And everybody that I've ever talked to mentions that Frontier is the worst. And not to mention, Frontier, their fucking so-called antivirus software will give you a fucking virus that you can't get rid of. Yeah, one of the Windows 7 computers that my mother Amy had back in the day, I think I might have it now, I'm not sure, in my room. But we had to go to fucking Staples to get that thing fixed. We had to fucking go to Staples and get that thing fixed. Well, a week later we got the FBI virus, the fake FBI virus. Yeah. Where you pay a ransom, like it's like ransomware pretty much, except you don't download anything, it just pops up. But the thing is that these people are still around. We are still dealing with shit. We're dealing with Frontier in 2019. It's giving me a fucking headache just thinking about it. And you might be wondering, why not switch to, Sunlink or any other provider you have? Well, that's the thing. We either A, don't have the money, or B, we're too fucking lazy. Now, the thing is, you might be thinking, oh, you're too lazy to get better internet, so why the fuck are you complaining? Because these things are worth complaining about. It's worth, maybe, complaining about Frontier and how shitty that they are. And maybe some of you people out there that are watching this video may get the idea. Never get Frontier. Don't even consider Frontier. And if you do get Frontier, don't say I didn't warn you. Don't fucking try to tell me that I didn't warn you, because I did. I'm warning you right now. Do not get Frontier. They will lie to you, and they will cheat you, and they will fucking give your computer some viruses if you choose their antivirus software. So, yeah. Don't get Frontier. And, internet has come a long way. Even though we have the shittiest internet in the man, fucking Frontier. But without the internet, we wouldn't have YouTube. We wouldn't have Google. We wouldn't have PewDiePie, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye. We wouldn't have these people. You wouldn't have me talking to you right now about whatever's on my mind. You wouldn't have video game reviews. You wouldn't have... you'd have to guess. Be like, oh, will this game be good? Or will this game suck? It's 50-50. Oh, this game fucking sucks. I wasted $60. Whatever. This game sucks. That game sucks. Whatever. Who cares? I wasted $60. But now, thanks to the internet, we can look up reviews of the game. We can see other people play it. We can see trailers. We can get hyped for certain games. We can see all over the place that these games are coming out. We don't have to rely on driving to GameStop or driving to wherever video games are sold to get the picture and be like, oh yeah, this game's coming out. Oh, that looks awesome. And, the internet's going to a point where it's replacing television. I don't watch much TV. Yeah, I watch America's Got Talent. And whenever The Walking Dead comes back on in October, I'll be watching that. But aside from that, everything else that I watch, I do it online. My Little Pony. I wait for the episodes to come on YouTube. I watch that. I watch My Little Pony on YouTube. And other shows that are better than, regular TV. You got the Angry Video Game Nerd. Nostalgia Critic, PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, anime. You got anime online. You can watch anime for free, download it even. You know, you have Mudahar from Some Ordinary Gamers talking about stuff. You got all these characters and content creators that you won't see on actual TV. Yeah, you'll probably see Jacksepticeye in maybe a clip review or something of a game that he's playing on like Disney XD or whatever. But, you know, you're not gonna see the full video in its glory. You're not gonna see the live streams that Jacksepticeye does. You're not gonna see all this beautiful stuff that the internet has to offer. You don't get to see all the good porn that the fucking internet has to offer. Yeah, we're talking Pornhub, X videos, you name it. And the problem here is, yes, we do have porn on actual TV, but you gotta pay for it. It's like pay-per-view or some shit like that. You can get it for free. Yeah, what's better than free? Nothing. Unless it's free porn. But yeah, I mean, you know, without the internet, we wouldn't have anything. I wouldn't actually have the majority of what I own. You know, between dumpster diving and the internet, like Amazon, eBay, without Amazon or eBay, I wouldn't have a lot of stuff. Because mostly the things I get, like video games, I go to like Amazon or eBay to buy video games. I just bought another game a couple days ago. I think I bought Battlefield 3 for the Xbox. So that should be coming here at any time. Might do a review on that game. So keep an eye out for that. Maybe. And also, there are some things that I can only get from the internet. Like my knockoff PSP. Yes, I probably could go to China or wherever this thing is found and go into a dark alley and be like, hey, you know, I got $30 here. All I want is that knockoff PSP. That's too much money. You gotta buy airfare, right? If you're not from China, you have to basically go buy a plane ticket or whatever, or a boat ticket or whatever. Go all the way to China. Find the guy that's selling the knockoff product and be like, hey, you know, I got some money here, right? Hey, you can have it as long as I can have that video game system, that knockoff PSP that we're talking about here. I collect knockoff products, you know. Just, I came all this way just for that. Yeah. And, you know, but with the internet, I can go to Amazon, I can go to eBay, I could buy all the knockout, yeah. I could buy Mike Tyson's Punch-Out on the Wii. But yeah, I could also buy, you know, knockoff video game systems and bootlegs from the internet. At ease, pretty much. I mean, with the internet, we are literally on Easy Street, and it feels so sweet. You know, because, you know, we're on the internet buying shit. And Amazon and eBay, without those two websites, goddamn, life would be a mess. I don't really care much about Facebook. Yeah, I go on it and I post shit, you know, posts and status updates and photos and whatever. But like, I could probably do without Facebook. I mean, Facebook blocked me for 30 days for sticking up for one of my friends. So yeah, I mean, the social media side of things can do better. It's seen better days, but the majority of the internet is good. You know, Amazon, eBay. I mean, some people, the internet is so good and so commonplace now. You know, you can make buying and selling things from Amazon or eBay your job, pretty much. You can be like, oh yeah, you know, I see that you have for $30 knockoff PSP. I would buy that, and I would kind of switch the price around, like $31, so I'll be making a $1 profit. I could buy something more expensive, maybe, and then I can turn that around and, you know, sell it for like $5 more, maybe. you know, and there you go. I'd be making some profit. That's how the world should work on the internet. And I all the time. That's how I got most of my GameCube games. Right now, within the last year and this year, I got video games from Amazon and eBay. And that's how I got most of my GameCube games and Wii games now, and other games like I think Game Boy Advance. I bought Pokemon Creepy Black on the Game Boy Advance from eBay. I bought Pokemon Red. It's like a knockoff version of Red with color, but I still got it from eBay. So yeah, I mean, I got a lot of good shit from eBay. I bought another Kindle that I now don't have because the fucking police are being dumbasses. But you know, I mean, I buy a lot of stuff from Amazon and eBay. And without Amazon, without eBay, we wouldn't have. We would have to go driving to certain places to get our games. When you could just sit home, completely naked, possibly masturbating, no one knows, buy a game from eBay, Amazon, and wait for it to come right to your door or your mailbox. Or if your mail carrier has no idea what the fuck they're doing, wait for them to throw it over the fucking fence and possibly break it. Yeah, that's another. That's what I'm going to be talking about in the next podcast. Mail people and what I have experienced with them. That's going to be part of the next podcast. So keep your asshole tuned for that, because we are going to experience some good shit together. If you like this video, slash podcast, give this video slash podcast a like. If not, that's fine too. Don't forget to comment down below your thoughts on the whole damn thing. And don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon down below so you can never find my future uploads and live streams and whatever the fuck else that I do. And as always, I will see you all into the next video, or maybe podcast, because I don't know. I got some good shit planned for whatever. Oh, also, if I don't post on Monday, which is tomorrow, today's Sunday at the time of this recording, it's because it's Labor Day, and I can't upload these videos at the library because the library is not going to be open. So if you're not going to see anything on Monday, that's why. I'll see you guys and gals later. Skaboom!